It's Divas That Care Radio. Stories, strategies, and ideas to inspire positive change. Welcome to Divas That Care, a network of women committed to making our world a better place for everyone. This is a global movement for women, by women, engaged in a collaborative effort to create a better world for future generations. To find out more about the movement, visit divasthatcare.com after the show. Right now, though, stay tuned for another jolt of inspiration.
Hello to all. Welcome to Divas That Care Network. I am Joyce Benning, and I will be your host for this invigorating, robust lifestyle show. I want to thank each one of our listeners today, as I am very grateful for each one of you. And I am just overly excited today to have with me a returning diva, Naomi McDonald, and we are going to have her speak about animals crossing over to the Rainbow Bridge, something that we all deal with our beloved pets. So, Naomi, could you please introduce yourself today and tell us a little bit about yourself to our listeners?
Sure. I'm Naomi McDonald. I'm an animal communicator or a pet psychic or whatever the term that you choose to use. I live in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm a dog mom of 2 lovely dachshunds and a grandmother of 2. And I'm really excited to be here today. This is a wonderful experience, and I love the Divas That Care Network and all that they do.
Well, thank you so much, Naomi. It is a true honor to have you on my Robust Lifestyle show today, definitely. Well, as I said, the title we're going to address today is Animals Crossing Over to the Rainbow Bridge. It is a difficult time for many of us because we have all probably lost a loved pet in our life. And how would you like to, I'll just let you kind of start this, and we'll just kind of go from there with what you would like to share with our listeners today.
Okay, I would be glad to. You know, I took my first class in animal communication in 2002, and I knew it was going to be a life-changing thing for me. I just had that feeling before I went, but I had absolutely no idea how much I would grow and change just through the experience of learning to use my intuitive ability. And in that sense, as I practiced and as I went along, I realized that, you know, we have, it's a spirit-to-spirit connection. And in that spirit-to-spirit connection, it really makes no difference whether the animal is in a physical form or whether they are in spirit. They feel the same to me. They sound the same to me. And I've had people ask me, oh, how can you stand to have sessions with animals that have passed over, or how can you deal with their passing or death? And as unlikely as it seemed in the beginning, that has become one of the most rewarding parts of what I do.
Oh, wow. Well, I can understand that, because you are helping a very difficult time. And to be able to ease that time, what a wonderful feeling in your heart to be able to help someone through a time like this. Wow.
Yes, and it's been that. And then also, you know, it's reincarnation or multiple lifetimes, things like that. The subjects, you know, some people believe and then some don't. And a lot of that depends on our upbringing and where we come from. And so the questions that would come up when I could visit with a horse I never even knew because he had passed 20 years before. I'm working with a photo, but I knew that the girl when she fell off over a fence and that she tore her pink jeans. And then we visited with another animal that was in a different timeline for her that we recognized was the same animal that had come back to her. So it was just beautiful knowing. I have clients ask me now and then, is there a chance my cat could come back to me? Is there a chance my dog or my horse can come back to me? And absolutely they can. And so that started to shift and change my beliefs around as humans and as the animals in our lifetimes. And as time went on, different animals that had passed on would come into sessions, and I would have sessions with their people, and allowing them to hear the words that their pets said that were absolutely verifiable, to have the feelings of a wonderful, cuddly, beautiful time with their pet, and have me be able to reiterate that verbally and have that person have that feeling. It just became a wonderful aspect of what I do.
Oh, wow. Oh,
yeah.
That would be so rewarding to be able to give them that time again and let them know that animal spirit is right there with them. And I loved how you talked about the horse and how it came back in another one, in a multiple lifetimes. That is incredible. And to me, their spirits are always with us. They never leave us in spirit form. Do you feel that way with our beloved animals?
They absolutely do. They come to us, and sometimes they can come in one lifetime after another, but they come with a purpose every single time. We come with a purpose, and as hard as it may seem, if we come to the earth to have an experience, we get the full spectrum of the greatest joy and the lowest lows and the biggest heartbreaks. And our animals beautifully and absolutely allow us to have those experiences. And there's a French poet. His name is Anatole France. And I love this poem. It's until one has truly loved an animal, a piece of one's soul remains unawakened. And in that, oftentimes an animal comes in and reawakens a piece of our soul that has been buried for our entire life, or maybe more than one lifetime. And in that is that great joy and that great love and that beauty of who they are, and their eyes and their tails and their comfort is absolutely amazing. And then it can be on the opposite side of the spectrum, in the sense that their lifespans are shorter, and it might seem to some very strange saying this, but we also get to experience that great pain, that loss, that piece of us that feels like we just will never recover it over the grief of our animals. And so they beautifully come and let us have both ends of that spectrum. And I had a client the other day, her husband was really, it's been 6 months, and he's still having the difficulty. And her comment was, my husband is missing Enzo was the dog's name, the cutest little cockapoo. But my husband is missing and grieving Enzo more than he did, his aunt. And that makes him feel guilty. He's not understanding it. But our animals become so suffused in the energy in our home that I believe it's measurable, that when we lose one like that, we do have a hole. It is a hole.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh,
and that loss is so real.
Mm-hmm. It truly is. And I love how you said they awaken a part of our soul that maybe we didn't even realize we had, or that it had been buried for maybe another reason or another, and these animals come in and awaken that part of our soul. That's beautiful, and how true that is. I feel that totally.
It is. And so let's go back to connection.
Mm-hmm.
Once we have that connection, well, really with anyone, a loved one and or a pet, even though they have returned their physical body back to the earth where it was borrowed from, their spirit is still so very much alive. And we are always connected to that spirit. And an absolutely beautiful example of understanding that connection, and it's actually a story that I repeat quite often to clients, as I had a client contact me one time to visit with her dog, Tex.
Mm-hmm.
And Tex had passed, and he always held such a beautiful, special place in my heart. And she asked me, she says, will you sing to Tex, "You Are My Sunshine"? I sang that song to him absolutely every day because he was just the light of my heart. And I said, well, sure. And so I said, Tex, your mom wants me to sing "You Are My Sunshine" to you. And so matter-of-factly, he said, well, she's been singing it all morning, and I feel it better when she does it, but you can if you want to. And I thought,
that's beautiful.
yes. And the beautiful part of that is our animals, even though they're with us in the physical, they understand the cosmology of passing on the rainbow bridge. They don't forget it like the humans do. They understand it. And they are always intuitively connected to us. Time they acknowledge it, they recognize it. But us as humans often do not recognize that we're getting information from our animals because there's something that says we're not supposed to. Mm-hmm. So we may not always recognize the connection that we're feeling to them, but they always feel it from us.
Yes. I totally agree and can totally, it's bringing tears to my eyes because, you've met my little red healer. And, whether him and I are together or whether he is at home and I am somewhere, I just feel we are always connected. He's always with me, whether he's there in physical or whether he's there with his spirit wherever I'm at. We're always together. We're never disconnected.
Yes. And those feelings that they feel from us, it carries over. I have clients that have competition animals, and if something goes wrong and their heart pitter-patters or they get very, very afraid, then that animal is connected with them, and so the animal can have a feeling around that. we don't think about it, every once in a while someone will say, well, why does my dog have this reaction to that person but doesn't have a reaction to this person? And whatever the reaction is based on the person's feelings and how they are. If they've been angry, the human may not recognize that the person is angry when they walk in the door or they see them in the store, but the dog is going to know. Yes. And so the dog might have a reaction that the human doesn't understand why that reaction is happening. So it's another little benefit of understanding that is I've suggested to clients to say goodnight to their animals before they go to sleep at night, when they're out of town or when they're gone, or checking in with them mentally through the day, not realizing they're checking in with them emotionally, but just send them, even if you imagine a lovely cord between you, and send them a big hug or something. And 9 times out of 10, the caregiver with the animal will make a comment about, they were more relaxed. They seemed more at ease. And so I've seen those things work in reality, and it's beautiful knowing that you still do have that connection.
Yes. Oh, and it is a beautiful connection. Oh, how that is beautiful. I love how you explained to tell them good night or to send them a hug when you're away from them, and how much it gives them the reassurance too of being connected. And they realize then, yes, that my spirit is definitely with them, and they're feeling it. Oh, that was a beautiful example of that to explain to listeners on just a small little level when you're away from them.
Yes, and then it's the same thing. Tell them goodbye when you're leaving, and you can even send them a picture of you coming back in the door. And it's interesting how a lot of times that can ease an anxious animal as you walk out the door, is just by sending them those feelings that you're going to be home. It's that is an important aspect of that too.
Yes. Oh, yes. Well, I mean, just personally myself, I always imagine how my little red healer and I are going to love on each other when I come back home. And it's just like, it's such a warm feeling inside to know that. And I'm sure he feels the same thing when we're feeling those reactions to him and thinking those thoughts.
Yes, yes. And the difference is when we receive them, we're not quite sure always where they're coming from, but when they receive them, they know it's from us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. The animals are so intelligent, I know, and they are just amazing. They know it way before us humans do, is how I feel.
Yes, yes.
Do not have all the busy pitter-patter that us humans have going on that we think we need to get done, this and that. They are concentrating on what really counts.
Yes, they are. They are. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so we have a little bit of time left. There are 4 stories that I say or repeat to my clients very often when we have a session with an animal that has passed on. Mm-hmm. And those stories have become kind of a signpost, and what I find is they'll add a little bit of levity, or they'll lighten the heart, or they will bring in comfort to the person. And that's such a beautiful thing in that time. So what I've done is I included those 4 stories in my book, they sing to our souls, the animals speak. But I've made that little book I've made a little book of those 4 stories, or a booklet, and it's called Our Pets Teach After Passing. And I've put that together in a gift package. And it'll be up on my website probably by the end of the week. But it's a beautiful way to bring in a little different thought, like the story of Tex. And, well, I can sing it, I'm still connected. Or another story in there is that the dog acknowledged that the lady was still stepping over him or feeling him in the bed with her. And so those stories are designed for comfort. Pretty soon you'll be able to very inexpensively purchase that along with a prayer, a little gift card from the sender, and a little ceremony, a little candle of gratitude ceremony, and it will come in there. And that is something that someone can share with, send to, or offer a friend that has lost a pet, or really a loved one. It's the same thing, the same principles allow for humans too. Only us pet people forget we're humans too.
Absolutely an incredible little gift to give to someone during that time. And you said that would be on your website, hopefully this week?
It should be by the end of the week. We're working on it now. And so if not the end of this week, the first of next week for sure.
Oh, wow. And we'll have it posted with this interview, but if you would like to give your website to our listeners too, that would be awesome.
Yes. Oh, I would love to. My website is Naomi, Naomi, B as in boy, McDonald, McDonald, @gmail.com.
Okay, so that's your email address. Awesome. And then your website is that
it's NaomiBMcDonald.com.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
That would be great. They have both ways to connect with you then. And I am actually on your website, and I was reading the Rainbow Bridge, and that is just beautiful how you describe that. That brings peace alone to someone that has lost a loved one. I'm thinking of a horse that I lost, and I just can see him running through the green grass and being able to move like he did when he was a young colt and playing with the other horses. And yeah, it is very beautiful. I would definitely recommend our listeners to go to your website if they are having lost a loved one in a pet, and read the Rainbow Bridge, because that is very beautiful.
Oh, great. I'm glad you found it.
Yes. I just think that is awesome. And then I really liked, and as you were talking about that, you were talking about the candle of gratitude. And there is also a beautiful on here telling about the candle of gratitude and how one lady has given a tribute to her horse. And that is another beautiful way that people can see how this works and what this lady has said about her beautiful horse and with the candle of gratitude. So yes, it is definitely all on your site, and I love it.
Yes, and I invite anyone who has lost a pet, memorialize them. They stay in our hearts. It's a beautiful thing. And so if you have lost a pet, or you even have a pet, to do a little candle of gratitude ceremony and just write down the things that you're so grateful to them for. I love posting the tributes and the photographs. And so we're just starting to put that together too. That that horse, Sydney, that lady has been a friend for more than 20 years, so it hurt both our hearts when Sydney was gone. But to be able to publicly say thank you is another way to honor them. So anyone that would like to put their photograph up there, I would love it. So, Miss Joyce, your horse might need to go up there too.
He just might. I'm already, my wheels are turning on which picture I would like to have put up there, because he was a beautiful bay. Oh, man. Oh, I love that. I will definitely write something up and get a picture of my Tom, because he was a very special old boy. Oh, that is such an awesome way to keep the tribute alive and to share it with others, because other people can see those and relate in story. I mean, I just loved reading Rhonda's tribute to Sydney, because it just reminded me so. It brought back memories of my horse and the beautifulness of it. Oh, yes, that is just beautiful. I love what you're doing there. That candle of gratitude, both of them are just a magnificent way to honor our loved ones like that. Yes,
yes. Well, I got the idea. I did a house call for a Great Dane, just a few months ago. And I'm leaving, and the woman says, you have to come and see this. And in her hallway were 6 dogs, Great Danes that they had through their marriage over the last 30 years. Mm-hmm. And one of them, because I have a form that I fill out when I do a session with someone, she actually brought out a 12-year-old form with my words on it for one of the dogs that passed after that. And she knew every dog had memorialized so beautifully, every dog. And I thought, I love this. Thank you for the idea to be able to have a place to do that.
Oh, that is just beautiful. I love that. Oh, my goodness. Mm-hmm. What a beautiful way to keep their pictures alive as their spirits are still in the home. And yet the pictures are there, too, all on a special place and a tribute to them. That is beautiful. I love it.
There's a little thing, and I've heard the animals say, our spirit remains alive with you as long as our memory remains.
Oh, my. Oh, wow. Well, then the spirit's alive forever.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, that is beautiful. I love that, too. That is a beautiful saying. Well, Naomi, this has just been such a great interview. Is there a final tip you would like to leave with our listeners today as we come to a close on this interview?
I think to be that something that we've talked about already is knowing that you're still connected, and knowing that although your animal's physical presence may be gone, that they always can listen to you and hear you and are right there they can send energy and love back to you because it's a two-way connection. Mm-hmm. So listen to those little inklings and those little feelings and those things in your mind that you think are just your imagination or might be your imagination. Because where are they coming from to go into your mind as your imagination? And quite often, it's from our pets.
Oh, Naomi, that was just beautiful. Oh, it just gave me the chills all over. That is such a warm, chill feeling. I love it. It just warmed my heart that they're just right there, and those small little feelings that so many times we ignore, we just need to pay attention to. Oh, that was beautiful, Naomi. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes.
Oh, well, I want to thank you again so much for being my guest on Robust Lifestyle. This was just incredible. I loved every moment of it, and I will definitely ask if you will return to my show in the future.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for having me.
Oh, you are so welcome, and that sounds awesome that you will return. I love it. And I want to thank all of our listeners for listening to this amazing interview with our incredible diva, Naomi McDonald. And as you heard, she will be back for another interview. Please, please share this show with all your family and friends. And be sure to check out all the other divas and their shows on divasthatcare.com. Remember, have a fantastic day and listen to that little voice inside of you. And remember, be kind to all. Give your animals that great big extra hug and share all your love with them. Until we connect again on Robust Lifestyles, stay strong and healthy.
Thanks for listening. This show was brought to you by Divas That Care. Connect with us on Facebook, on Instagram, and of course on divasthatcare.com, where you can subscribe to our newsletter so you don't miss a thing.